In these exceptional times, while coping with this global pandemic, learning will continue. Quality education must be delivered. Broadcasting live from the Hall of the Makers of Champions in the Division of Southern Leyte, Macrohon District, through the collaboration of Asuncion ES teachers from grade 3 to 6, serving you with the different skills to learn and fun-filled experience, this is your Enthusiast School on the Air.
Good day, grade 5 students. You are now listening to our first ever School on the Air program, where you can learn different skills filled with fun activities. We are your radio teachers,
Angeli F. Urag,
Lindel P. Injano,
and Maricel P. Escabal.
We are from Asuncion Elementary School, serving you with the different skills to learn in Science 5.
The sun is already up, and I do hope all of you too.
The weather is so fine. This is perfect for learning. We are grateful that despite the effects of this 2019 pandemic, you are still ready to learn new things.
before we start today, can I ask you one thing? Did you eat your breakfast? That is a good thing. If you already did, then you are now alert and ready to learn. If you still not, well, you are free to do it while listening to our first class in Science 5.
Also, make sure that you are in a comfortable place and far from noise so that you can hear us loud and clear.
At this point, quickly get your module in Science 5, Week 1. Again, quickly get your module in Science 5, Week 1. Before we start, make sure you have your pen, paper, and notebook with you. Again, you should have your pen, paper, and notebook with you.
This time, hold your module and let's have a quick walkthrough. Make sure that the title of the module you are holding is Use the Properties of Materials, whether they are useful or harmful. Again, the title of the module must be Use the Properties of Materials, whether they are useful or harmful.
To be guided in using this module, you need to do the following. Number 1. Read and follow the directions and/or instructions of the activities in the exercises carefully and diligently. Number 2. Take your time in reading the lessons. Number 3. Answers all given tests, activities, and exercises honestly. Number 4. Check your answers in the key answers provided at the last few pages of the module. And number 5. Familiarize yourselves with the following terms and icons, which I will be mentioning now.
So page 1, we have here, let us learn. Do you see it? Again, go now to page 1 and see, let us learn. Do you see it? Great! Now, let's go to the next page. Do you see the words, let us try on top of page 2? Again, do you see the words, let us try on top of page 2? Amazing!
What about let us study on top of page 4? Wow! You're really following through. Let's go to the next page. That's page 5. Do you see let us practice? Again, on page 5, let us practice. Do you see it? Wonderful! Flip your module on page 7. Let us practice more. Do you see it? Really good.
Let's see page 10. Again, let us see page 10. Are you there? Can you find the words let us remember? Really good, kids. On the next page, You will see there, let us assess on page 11. Again, let us assess on page 11. Do you see it? Good. Now, turn to 3 more pages and see page 14. There you will find let us enhance. Again, you will find let us inherit on page 14. And the last part of this module, let us reflect on page 15. Are you following through? Again, let us reflect on page 15.
Great kids! Thank you very much for following through. And there you have it. If you see all of it, you are now ready to learn our first lesson. If you find something missing in the module, please feel free to ask assistance from your family. We will be right back after a short reminder.
Let us always remember to wash our hands regularly, wear face masks and face shields in going out, and observe social distancing. A friendly reminder from the Department of Health.
Good day, grade 5 students! Again, these are your radio teachers, Angeli S. Urag
Indel T. Ugano.
And Maricel T. Escaba.
And today, we will be using the properties of materials to tell whether they are useful or harmful. Again, today, we will be talking about using the properties of materials to tell whether they are useful or harmful. After going through this module, you are expected to, number 1, identify and describe some useful materials. Number 2, identify and describe some harmful materials. Number 3, classify useful and harmful materials. And number 4, practice safety precautions in the use of certain materials.
Our lesson for today is about using the properties of materials, whether they are useful or harmful. Again, our lesson for today is about using the properties of materials, whether they are useful or harmful. Now, let us learn some trivia from page 1. Are you in page 1 now? Good. Let us go to our segment. Did you know? Let us see what we will be learning today. Did you know that the different household materials have specific physical and chemical properties? That's interesting. Did you know as well that these properties of the materials will determine whether they are useful or harmful? Okay. And lastly, did you also know that when one is combined, they may cause damage or harmful effects to the people or their surroundings? Oh dear, you will find the answers to these mind-boggling questions as you explore this module more.
Kids, let us now flip your modules on page 2. We have there some questions which you will be answering. But before that, I'd like to ask you, how will you know about using the properties of materials? How will you know about using the properties of materials? Let us try to check by answering the following questions from pages 2 to 3. Read the questions carefully and write the letter of the correct answer on your module. After honestly answering this, you made sure the answer at the last part of this module. Now that you are done with trying out pages 2 and 3, let us study on page 4. Again, flip your module on page 4. Let us study. Are you ready? Let's get started.
Materials are considered useful when it serves a purpose. Again, materials are considered useful when it serves a purpose. These materials may have properties such as durability, resistance to water, heat or acid, flexibility, elasticity, and hardness. Some useful materials can also be reused. For example, a container for any solid or liquid material. When it is already empty, it can still be used for other purposes, as a flower vase or a coin bank. Whether a bottle is made of plastic or glass, it has a property that makes it reusable. Some useful materials may also bring hazards. Toxic substances may also be present in the things we commonly use, such as gels, fields, and powders.
Environment and other organisms when not properly used. That is why we should take precautionary measures when handling and using different materials. Now that you have learned about using the properties of materials to tell whether they are useful and harmful, like the activity of the page or at the lower section. Do you see there a safer hole in school? Good! So the objective is to classify useful and harmful materials. And the science skills that you will need are observing and classifying. You will also need materials such as paper and a ball pen. Are you ready? Let's go! Here is what you should do.
Number 1. Look around your house or your school. Now list down 10 materials that you see in those places. Number 2. Classify the following materials, whether they are useful or harmful. Number 3. Among the given materials, identify one that is useful and harmful at the same time. Again, identify one that is useful and harmful at the same time. Do you consider them as useful and harmful? Can you explain why? Hooray! You're doing a great job!
Now let us remember. Can you please go to page 10? Let us remember. Again, that is page 10. Here, we will be having a review by filling the blanks in. Are you ready? Great! That's amazing, kids. Now, let's start. Here's the direction. Read each statement carefully and fill in the blanks with the appropriate word to complete the science ideas.
Materials are considered blank when it serves a purpose. Some useful materials may also bring blank. Toxic substances may also be present in the things we commonly use, such cleaners, gels, fumes, and powders. These materials may bring blank on your health, environment, and other organisms when not properly used. That's why we should take blank when handling and using different materials. That was easy, right? I hope you were able to fill the missing word and the spaces provided. You're doing really good, kids.
Now, look at your module on the next page, at page 15. Let us reflect. Do you see let us reflect on the lower part of page 15? Great! Let us continue. Put up the materials that have been found in your house or those which are about to dispose, or make a similar table on a piece of paper. Place down all the materials on the first column of the table. Then put a check on the second column if you find the material useful, and X if you consider it as a waste. Again, put a check on the second column if you find the material useful, and X if you consider it as waste. For those materials which are considered as waste, which among them must be disposed of with extra care? Highlight them with a colored marker.
Again, you have to highlight the materials that are considered as waste and must be disposed of with extra care. Do you see the table on page 16? That's the part that you should be filling in. Example, under the material section, I will write vinegar. Now, under the useful or harmful section, I will put on a check mark because the vinegar is useful. Again, on the left side, that's vinegar. On the right side, that's a check. It's as simple as that. Got it, kids? Great! Now, it's your turn to write down on the table on page 16. Good luck! Again, let's have a quick review. Please go back to page 4. Materials are considered useful when it serves a purpose. These materials may have properties such as durability, resistance to water, heat or acid, flexibility, elasticity, and hardness.
Some useful materials can also be reused. For example, a container for any solid or liquid material. When it is already empty, it can still be used for other purposes, such as a flower vase, a coiling, or a house decoration. Whether a bottle is made of plastic or glass, it has property that makes it reusable. Some useful materials may also bring toxic substances, may also be present in the things we commonly use, such as cleaner, gels, fuels, and powders. These materials may bring harm to your health, environment, and other organisms if not properly used. That is why we should take precautionary measures when handling and using different materials.
You're doing a great start, kids. I hope you learned using the properties of materials to tell whether they are useful or harmful. If you have some questions and clarifications, just tune in so you can learn more. See, you can now use the properties of materials to tell whether they are useful or harmful. It's as easy as that. Now that we are almost done with our lesson, it is about time to answer the other parts of the module to enhance your skills in using the properties of materials to tell whether they are useful or harmful. If you are having a hard time in understanding the directions, don't be hesitant to ask some help from your family. You may also phone your teacher if you need some help.
Again, get your module, paper and pen. Write your name, grade and section, and the date for today. The date for today is June 25, 2021. Again, before taking the quiz, write your name, grade and section, and the date for today, which is June 25, 2021. Are you done? Filling the blanks in? If so, make sure to check every item to see if there are parts you have forgotten to fill in. I will be giving you some instructions after a short break. Stay tuned!
We are about to end our first episode for today in Science 5. I am encouraging all of you to give us some feedback regarding the flow of our lessons for today.
For inquiries or feedback, please write or call to Asuncion Elementary School. Address is Asuncion, Macrohon, Southern Leyte. Your feedback should be of great help for the next episode to come.
Once again, do not forget to pass your queries in feedback form to your school station. Our first lesson in science has ended. You may also start working on the other parts of the module to enhance your skills in using the properties of materials to tell whether they are useful or harmful. Just follow the instructions carefully.
If you find it hard to do the activities, don't be hesitant to ask some help from your family. You may also phone your teacher if you need some help. Stay tuned with us in our next episode. Keep safe and may God bless us all throughout this day. Once again, these are your radio teachers, airing live from our school on the air for grade 5. Do well in answering your activities. Good luck! Till next time, kids. Goodbye. Have a great day. I hope you enjoyed our lesson for today. See ya!